All right, guys, we got a fun one today. We're bringing you into the scan tool room. We try to keep most of our scan tools in this room. It's air conditioned in here. It gets pretty hot where we're at, so we don't like leaving them out there if we don't have to. We're going to bring you to a few of them today. Most of what we have, we do have a few extra ones. We'll go over a few of them. So let's get into it. All right, so let's just we'll start off with, I don't know. Let's just start off over here. So.
I should put that in the video.
Okay.
As the blooper at the end.
Exactly. All right, so let's start off over here. We've got a couple of top dons. So we actually have, I want to say, 3 top dons. We do share some scanners between stores. So we have 2 stores, so we do share scanners sometimes. Just depends on the scanner and how often we use it. A lot of the factory tools, like the BMW, we do have 2 of. We'll go over that. But some of them, Hondas and Toyotas, we share back and forth. We're only about 15 minutes away, so we can send a driver real quick if we need to do something. So, but top dons, we've got, I want to say 3 or 4 of these. We got this. This is updating right now. But good little tools, quick scan tools. We like them. They graph good. You guys have seen plenty of videos, I'm sure, with Top Don in them. We really like Top Don. They're a great company. We've got a couple of Zeus's. Kind of a quick go-to scanner, especially, we can do a quick scan on the vehicle when the techs get a hold of it. They can do a full scan on the vehicle. These are pretty easy to do a full scan and then get it onto the ticket. That also gets done by our client care people. We're going to kind of go over what we do with that. We've changed that recently, actually. But these are good quick scanners. They identify the vehicle quick. We can get into it. Good graphing on these things. So if I've got some OBD stuff I want to do, or even some factory stuff to an extent, good bidirectional control on these. Snap-on's just a pretty decent scanner. I mean, it's got a lot of coverage. It's a good scanner. It costs a lot of money. They do have a good scope in these too. We're not doing scopes today, but they do have a great scope in this too. So come over here. Now this is an old Farsight tool. These guys were around for a little bit. I love the guys over there. They kind of have merged back with somebody else. We won't get into that. But this has got our Otis on it, which is our Volkswagen factory software. So Otis is on this. We also have our VAGCOM on this. So for those of you that do a lot of Volkswagens, Audis, Rostec, we also have that on here. And that's the interface for the Rostec. So I like this one. The reason I keep this and the reason we do it, first of all, Volkswagen software, if you ever get into Volkswagen software, the factory software is locked to the hardware. So once you put the hardware number in, it's locked to this tool. And in order to get it onto a different laptop or something, it's kind of a pain. But this is a really heavy duty. When I went with Farsight years and years ago, this was part of the program. When we signed up for it, they sent us this. So we've had this for quite a while now. I did have to buy a battery for it recently. That battery was $500. But this is a heavy duty little tablet. And I just like it because I'm not worried about something breaking on it. We only use it basically for that Otis. So it's, or for VAGCOM. And, it just, for me, has worked out really well. It hasn't had any issues. Where sometimes you buy laptops, we do go through laptops. They're not really designed for our business. Even if you buy, the heavy duty ones or the rough service ones, sometimes they still don't last really good. So this has just been a good one for that. And then also with Rostec, for those of you that ever want to do Rostec, that thing can go on any computer. I mean, you buy the interface, the software basically comes with it. You can download that. I think we have that on both Snap-on scanners. So any kind of Windows-based thing, you can put VAGCOM on, and you're just going to town with it. Whatever is convenient for you when you're in the car. We got a AutoLogic Drive Pro. We got a couple of these, one for each shop. We don't use this a ton. We don't use it a ton, but it's a good backup, backup option, or a good option if we're doing something with European vehicles. We'll grab that and try it out. We've got a really old Alltel sitting here right now. It's what is this, a 906? This has actually got the tire pressure system stuff in it too. We do use it for that. We've got I want to say 4 Alltels. This is probably we have a couple of these. We've got a larger model, and then we've got an IM608, which we do key programming and stuff with the IM608. It's at the other store right now, so we don't have it in here. But we like Alltel, good company. You know, make good scanners and you know, do some things you know, that other scan tools can't get. Bringing that up, the top down, we also have the key programming capability with that too. So we did that last year. I want to say we went with top down with some key programming stuff. So this was our Quickie Solus here. This was our Quickie scanner for when our client care people, when the car gets checked in, our client care people do a pre-scan. So the car's in the parking lot, they're getting the video around the vehicle, they're getting pictures of everything on the vehicle, getting pictures of the dashboard, and they pre-scan it, and that gets put on the ticket. We've changed the way we do that very recently. We have a video on a scanner that I'm going to show you in a second that we reviewed it, and we liked it for that purpose especially. So we changed that because this one's kind of a pain to get the scan on the ticket. It scans it fine. It's just to get it on the ticket is a kind of a few step process. Whereas it's what?
A little slow too.
Yeah, a little slow. And the other one that we got that I'm going to go down in a minute, you'll see, does it a little quicker. This is just a breakout box for DLC. For those of you who don't have that, these are pretty inexpensive. This is from Automotive Test Solutions, but you know, we keep it in here just because it's convenient. We actually have a diagnostic cart. Probably need to move it to that, but. Iscan, we love Iscan. This company does a lot of stuff out there. You guys are interested and want to know anything about that, you know, leave a comment below on any of these scan tools actually, and we'll get you to the right people. We don't get anything from sending you to these people. We just want to send you to the people that you need to get to. But Iscan's a great tool. Looks very simple, but it's got a lot of capabilities, a lot of capabilities on the European market. Plus, it has even capabilities on domestic and Asian imports. So that's a really good tool with really good support. So AE Tools and Computers. This is our AE Tools and Computer laptop. We have 2 of these. These are most of our factory software on these. So we've got factory software. We have Ford, GM, Chrysler, Nissan, Honda, Toyota. And then we have on these tools, we have BMW and Volkswagen, that kind of stuff, obviously. But on these tools, we have those I just went over, and they actually AE Tools and Computer. I'm telling you right now, these guys are fantastic. They have fantastic support. This laptop has got 4 partitions in it. So actually, this one's got 5 partitions in it. So what that means is it's basically got 5 computers on one. Now people would say, well, why do you need to do that? The reason you need to do that is, as an example, if I want to put Ford factory software on a laptop, and then I want to have Honda factory software on a laptop, they cannot be on the same laptop because they fight with each other. So there's a way more technical term than that, I'm sure, in the computer world. But for me, they fight with each other. So what AE Tools does is they create different partitions, and then all that software can be on one laptop, but it's on different partitions in that laptop. So this is a great company, and if you ever have, you know, for me, I always say I want to fix cars, not work on equipment, and that's what these guys do, is they take care of our equipment for us when it comes to that. So, all right, going on, you guys know we love Automotive Test Solutions. They're one of our favorite companies in the world to deal with. This has got, you guys have seen this in a ton of videos, but this has got our Iscan on it, and you know, this is a great scan tool to go to for, this is OBD2, generic scan, but it's got a lot of stuff in it extra from that as far as the sharpshooter goes for VE testing, fuel trim testing, catalytic converter testing. It's got a lot of other software that's kind of integrated into that scanner that really helps you fix cars really fast. So it's not hooked up to a car right now, so we're not going to be able to get into anything. But that's a fantastic scanner also. So, all right. So come down here. We got our Toyota Tech Stream. So that's factory Toyota software in that. Great tool, great for programming. Do everything with Toyota. Toyota's a great one to deal with. They have great tech support also for the factory stuff. This is the one that we recently did a review video on. They did send this to us for free, and I actually bought one for our other shop because this guy to do a pre-scan for our client care people was so fast and so easy. They literally plug it in, it scans the vehicle, puts the VIN number in, scans the vehicle, and all we have to do is email the report right to our client care team email, and then they just stick it right on the ticket. It is so fast. So we went with this. We got away from the Solus and went to this for the pre-scans. We still use the Solus because we have multiple client care people, so this might be getting used. But I'll be honest with you, I might be buying more of these so they can just do those all the time. So we've got an old school scope. Some of you might know that back in the day, but this is not a scanner. It's a scope. We won't get into that. We do have a Tech 2. This is just a candy module for Tech 2. We don't have the Tech 2 in the building here. It's at the other store, but we do have a Tech 2. Older GM, but hey, sometimes you need it, and it works great. We also have this guy. This is our old blue box for Autologic. I saw somebody online the other day saying they'd give this thing away for a bottle of beer or something, but I don't know why. We don't use it very often at all, but I'll tell you what, on the older European vehicles, we had a Jaguar in here, a 95 Jaguar that no other scan tool would communicate with that would work properly, and this thing did give us the right information and did scan it properly. So no, we don't use it for programming or anything like it was originally meant for, but we definitely we use it when we need it. I don't get rid of scan tools. When we got it, we own it, we're keeping it because you never know what car is going to come in. So as far as interfaces go, we got a lot of interfaces. So factory GM interface, Ford, this is the VCM2. They have a VCM3 now. We haven't really had a call for that, so we haven't bought that yet. We will when we need to. Again, this is the AE Tools. This is their Flasher 3. That works with our Chrysler scanner. So that's our interface for Chrysler. We do have an AZ Flasher 2. I've been dealing with AE Tools for quite a long time. So we do have their Flasher 2. We just use that when we need it. It's we usually go to the Flasher 3, but you never know. Factory, I think Honda actually has a new one now, but this is their MVCI. Still works on the Hondas. I haven't run into one that it doesn't work on yet. You guys comment below if the new ones won't use it, but I think they have a different interface now. But we use this almost on a daily basis, and it works fine for us. We used to use I think we used the AZ Flasher 3 for Volkswagen, and then a little while back we went ahead and got the factory interface, and this thing just works so much faster. It's literally that little guy. It just works way faster. All that does is that's the interface between that tablet and the car, so it works really good. K-line adapter for Volkswagen. We got programming blankets. This is something that we do when we're programming a vehicle. We lay these, so some of them are bigger than others, but we lay these all over. We're very particular when we're programming. We always have to have a very strong battery maintainer on it. Everything's plugged in. All of our servers are on backup power supply, so we're really particular when we're programming through any of these tools. And we lay these all over it so people know don't come touching around, don't open a door, don't do anything weird on a car. We had somebody local just print these up for us, so just keeps us from making a mistake. You never know. I've seen people open a door before in a car and it mess up a programming thing, so we haven't had that issue, thank goodness, not yet, except for Kia. But anyway, we won't go there. The other thing we've got, we do have the Nissan factory interface. Again, we used to use the AZ Flasher 3, and it did work for a lot of stuff, but we found out working with AE Tools that the AZ Flasher 3 did not see the key cycle. So when we were programming Nissans through the factory software, we couldn't see the key cycle, so we could not finish an engine control module programming properly because we couldn't cycle the key, and it wouldn't do the idle air learn thing. So this is the factory Nissan interface. I think that's just, we've got ISTA. We do have an ISTA desktop. So we have two ISTAs. We have an ISTA desktop and an ISTA laptop. The ISTA laptop is at the other store right now, but the ISTA desktop's just out in the shop. The reason we have a desktop is it's a little quicker. than the laptop is. But it's not as portable. Obviously, you're not taking it on a test drive. But most of the time when we're doing things with this, we're doing things in the bay anyway. It's kind of designed to be used in a bay. So, and I think that's just about everything, guys. I'm sure I've missed a few here or there, but you know, any questions about anything? Total, I know we're going to get asked on here how much money we got in this stuff. I was doing some quick math on it. You know, we got somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000 in hardware, not including the software. The software is every year you have to pay for, you know, software, and that's just life. You know, we charge appropriately so we can pay for this stuff, because a lot of these things you can't. I don't honestly. I see shops that have got one scanner, and I don't know. You know, I'm glad that you guys can do it. Those of you that have it, that you make it work. I've found so many times that I'll hook up one scanner, it won't do something, so we'll go grab another scanner and hook it up in there, and it'll work fine. I don't think any scanner does it all, and the factory tools are great, and they do a lot of good stuff that other scanners can't get. But I'll be very honest with you, if I'm going into a fuel trim issue, something, or a VE issue I want to do, I'm not going to a factory scan tool. I'm getting something like an ATS or maybe even the Snap-on. I'm hooking that thing up, so it's better for that. So everything has its use, and everything has its best way of doing what it does, and we just like to have every option we could possibly have. Every one of these tools are purchased by the shop. We do not expect our technicians to buy scan tools, any scan tool. That is for us. I'm not saying anything about any shop that technicians are required to buy their own scan tool. But for us, that is a major purchase. If a technician wants to buy that, go for it. I have no problem with that, obviously. But I don't want a technician to feel like when they come to a shop they need to own a scan tool, because that's a pretty expensive purchase. It's the same thing with a scope. We purchase all the scopes also. So, any questions or anything? Leave the comments down below, and we'll definitely get to you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, let us know. Leave a comment below. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. You know, we love you to subscribe to us. It does help this channel reach a lot of people. We're getting up there. I think we've got a little over 20,000 subscribers now, so that's fantastic. We appreciate everything, and we'll see you on the next one.